Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. NPR reports that U.S. gasoline prices are poised to drop below $4 a gallon in the coming days, following a significant decline in crude oil prices. This relief comes after Iran declared the Strait of Hormuz open to commercial traffic, alleviating concerns stemming from the Middle East conflict. Brent crude futures, a global benchmark, fell to around $90 a barrel, a more than $10 drop from a week ago, while U.S. crude settled under $85 a barrel after previously soaring above $110 during the conflict. Patrick DeHaan, chief petroleum analyst at GasBuddy, predicts the national average for gasoline, currently above $4 a gallon, could fall below that mark as early as this weekend, potentially reaching $3.65 to $3.685 mark in the next 1 to 2 weeks. While this offers immediate relief, a full recovery to pre-war prices, when crude hovered around $60, is expected to take months. The war led to a rise of over $1 per gallon in gasoline prices, and by Labor Day, about half of this increase might be reversed. However, returning to below $3 a gallon could extend into late this year or early next year, as repairing damaged oil and gas facilities, restarting production, and lengthy tanker travel times contribute to a slower normalization process. KPMG's Angie Gildia notes that while the strait's reopening eases short-term pressures, the lingering price impact will persist due to infrastructure damage and delayed production. According to the Canadian press, Prime Minister Mark Carney announced a new Canada Investment Summit to be held in Toronto this fall, on September 14th and 15th. The primary goal of this summit is to attract an ambitious $1 trillion in investment over the next 5 years, specifically targeting nation-building projects. This initiative follows a year of extensive global outreach by the Prime Minister to cultivate international interest in the Canadian economy. Finance Minister François-Philippe Champagne highlighted Canada's appeal as a stable, predictable, and law-abiding investment destination, particularly in the energy sector, given the global supply uncertainties exacerbated by the ongoing war in Iran. The conflict has significantly disrupted oil shipments through the Strait of Hormuz, underscoring Canada's potential as a reliable energy superpower and supplier of other commodities like fertilizer and helium. This summit aims to reverse a decade-long trend of declining international investment, which saw over $1 trillion exit the Canadian economy between 2015 and 2024. While foreign direct investment surpassed $100 billion last year for the first time since 2015, RBC projects that Canada could attract up to $1.8 trillion over the next decade if it advances projects like new pipelines, liquefied natural gas terminals, and expands nuclear, hydro, and renewable power, alongside developing critical minerals. The summit is a partnership with the Canada Pension Plan Investment Board and the Public Sector Pension Investment Board. The Canadian press reports that Iran has reopened the Strait of Hormuz to commercial traffic. However, University of British Columbia economist Werner Antweiler cautions that global oil markets will not return to calm immediately. He explained that reopening the waterway is not like flipping a switch, as it will take time to clear the backlog of oil shipments. Furthermore, insurers must approve the passage of tankers, and it could take weeks for ships to reach the Persian Gulf for loading. The strait, a vital shipping lane, was effectively shut down following U.S.-Israel attacks on Iran in late February, which caused global crude prices to surge significantly. While West Texas Intermediate crude prices fell by about 10% to approximately $82 a barrel after the reopening announcement, they still remain over 22% higher than before the conflict began. the market remains watchful for any renewed hostilities that could disrupt stability. Crews in Montreal are actively deploying pumps and sandbags as water levels in the Outaouais and Des Prairies rivers continue to climb. With additional rain forecasted, the city's authorities are taking proactive measures to prevent potential overflows, drawing lessons from the significant flooding events experienced in 2017 and 2017 and 2019. Mayor Soraya Martinez-Ferrada emphasized the importance of readiness should river levels approach past highs. Environment Canada has issued a special weather statement for Sunday, anticipating 15 to 25 millimeters of rain, which is concerning given the already high water levels and saturated ground. As of Friday afternoon, Quebec's flood monitoring website reported one medium flood on the Waro River, along with 20 minor floods and 19 areas under surveillance. This report is from the Canadian Press. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.